confused because just on principle, this delay was Valve's fault. I will apologize all day long if we caused a delay, but unfortunately, the game patches when it patches, and this one happened to mess up Steam a little bit, as I'm sure you all noticed, any of you trying to play or what have you. But
yeah,
we are finally ready to go. All players are in the server, and I'm excited. SKDC versus VVV in each of their first match of CEVO Season 7. Pro Division, of course. Let's hop right in the server, and we'll start with round number 1. We've got SKDC starting on T side because this was their map pick. So VVV gets to pick sides, and they've picked CT. No big surprise there. It is, generally speaking, at least conventional wisdom says that Cache is a CT sided map. I don't, I think it's a well-established fact at this point that I don't quite buy that. I think it's much the same as Dust 2. I think it's, if anything, a little bit T-sided or at least pretty even. So I think as long as the teams play this right, we should see a pretty even half.
Yeah, definitely. So what we're starting with here is VVV Gaming versus SKDC. SKDC, as Postpone said, is your T-sided team. VVV able to get their side choice. They pick CT. No one does open up the round, taking down Stewie. It's going to be an A-take attempt here coming from SKDC. Already worked their way in. Char's right there, and Fade removes Els from the round before Fade gets traded out by Char. They're still trying to work here. Get in the site. Char does a little damage to his teammate, and the retake is on for VVV. It's going to be a 4 versus 3. Disciple gets caught out in the open on the highway. Only 2 players remain for SKDC as no one takes down Char. Now it's all up to Ocean. Last man standing, 1v3, works his way out of A main, and Dynamo catches him. That's VVV taking pistol.
Man, I bet you guys were so shocked that the game finally started that you weren't quite paying attention that round. So let me tell you what happened. VVV actually let SKDC take complete control of the site. You saw no one get that early frag on the first entry into the site. But other than that, he just backed right up on the highway, let his entire team come rotate, and they retook the site together. That is a very risky move, allowing SKDC to get control of the bomb site before even really taking the fight to them. Lucky for them, it turned out pretty well, but man, that could have easily gone the other way if SKDC had gotten those early frags.
Yeah, that could have been bad for them, but VVV playing that retake, as Postpone said, worked out extremely well for them. Easily able to take the site back without dropping too many players. I mean, only 2 frags going in favor of SKDC, and the A-take is on again. They're going to use the smoke to try and plant. Here's Funshine. Is he going to spray down the player through the smoke? That is going to be Ocean right there. He's able to take down no one before Stewie takes down Fade, and Funshine going off in the back of the bomb site gets himself 3. Now Disciple, got to try and defend this bomb. Not planted in the best location for him, especially with how many CTs are alive here. They know exactly where he's at. He's going to try and peek, get the frag on the Dynamo. He's able to take him down. Jay's going to be there for the body block, and he makes it happen. 3K for Funshine. That's VVV up on that eco.
I call that a very successful eco round for SKDC. Not only did they take down 3 players, of VVV, they forced them to drop their guns. They're going to have to rebuy their guns and armor, but they got the bomb planted as well, which is a huge money boost in addition. So as you can see, the money situation not that bad on SKDC. They're going to come out with a very strong buy next round, and they're looking to do a similar amount of damage in this one.
We're going to see Disciple get aggressive out mid, but Fade is already there aggressive also. Only a smoke grenade separating them into round 3. And let's see if they get spotted out here. Fade is able to take down Disciple, and here comes the rush into the B bomb site. They're going for it. Bomb down into the checker room. Dynamo's able to get 2. Jay is right there, and Fade on the fast rotate through the vents is able to take down Els for the cleanup. That's going to make it 3-0 VVV.
Great hold for VVV, and good teamwork by them as well. All peeking out at the same time, using their teammates to their advantage, baiting, if you will, really. But it all comes down to communication, knowing exactly where your opponents are, and working together to peek from advantageous positions. So now we've got finally the first buy round coming out. No op though on SKDC's side, so they're going to be going out with all AKs. I would expect they're going to try to get a pick or 2 if they can, but if not, they'll probably just all pile together and try to rush the site in classic Pug style. As we mentioned earlier, SKDC playing with 2 new members of their roster, so that definitely impacts their ability to pull off, practice site takes and good T-side strategy.
Yeah, given those two players that joined the roster are extremely talented between Disciple and Stewie, very, very good players. But the chemistry here is going to be an issue, especially with VVV playing very well together, and their chemistry has been on point so far through a few lands that we've seen them at, and then, of course, them in the Pro Placement Tournament to get them into Pro this season, playing very well. And Disciple does take down Jay. Ooh, that's Stewie also able to take down Fade after Fade got the frag onto L. So round number 4, starting off well here. If you're SKDC, it's going to be a 4 versus 3.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to make the push into bomb site A. Here it comes.
Oh, getting aggressive. No one's able to make the shot. They're able to get 2 before he's traded out. Now it's all up to Dynamo. He's going to be 1v2. Disciple and Stewie are left alive, and this is going to be a tough 1v2. He does have an M4 in his hands, only body armor and a Rec 9. They don't know where he's coming from, though, so he has the upper hand in that scenario. He has to take Stewie down fast. Looks for him, fires off a shot. They're not going to know. Disciple should have heard that sound, though, and now they for sure know where he's at. Disciple catches him from behind near the highway. 3K for Stewie, 2K for Disciple, and SKDC is now on the board.
Wow, great round there for Stewie and Disciple, and managing to hold down that bomb site after the plant. It's so easy to hold down that bomb site. I got to be honest with you. There's so many places you need to check there. And eventually you're going to have to turn away from one of them. And luckily for SKDC, that's exactly when they decided to peek Disciple there at the end to get that final kill. So really well played by them, but certainly using the map quirks to their advantage.
Into round 5, SKDC once again getting aggressive out middle with one player. That's going to be Disciple. Tries to use the smoke, has to fall off of it, though. Trying to get into a little bit of a gun battle there with Fade, who is at the sandbags. Didn't really pay off for either player. Disciple escapes full HP. Fade down to 69. But he did get a read, knows what's going on here, and possibly going to see somebody boosted up over. That's going to be L's already in position there. And SKDC into this round just sitting very, very deep.
Yeah, Fade is in a tough position here. Surely they're going to check that. Oh, nice peek by him, though, taking down L's at middle. Stewie knows exactly where he is here, though, so he's got the advantage. Great kill, and meanwhile, more players of VVV going down in bomb site B that now belongs to SKDC. The bomb is going to get planted, and we've got one player still on the lurk as Char.
Oh, wow.
He picks up the kill on Sunshine, but Disciple falls to no one.
I don't know if he ran out of bullets there or it just stopped shooting. I didn't get to see his ammo count, but that was a rough
Char,
look.
does he have time?
Oh, goodness. Char on the 1 versus 1, able to clutch the round on the long rotate all the way from the A bomb site to B, where it was planted by Disciple. That makes the score 3-2 VVV.
I'm with you, Misled. I have no idea what was happening there at bomb site B. It all just kind of happened at once. And like you said, that spray down by Disciple, I thought for sure would finish off his opponent there, but turns out it went the other way. Lucky for him, his final teammate was able to finish that off. That was Char. So SKDC picking up round number 2. They are definitely turning things around here. Got all the momentum on their side, and now an eco round for VVV. They should be able to tie it up here.
Char having to run all the way back to spawn there. I believe he beat the timer, able to get one more grenade out of that. Looked like he forgot what he wanted. Doesn't matter, though. And SKDC is going to be trying to catch up here, especially with VVV, who's going to be on an eco round. Only upgraded
look at the
pistols.
stack, though.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh, SKDC is walking into a trap, and they don't know it yet.
Let's see. It's got to be some excellent 5-7 work here. They don't see Fade. How did he not see Fade? So Fade has to get aggressive, pushes directly into L's in A main, and that's going to allow Stewie to try and work his way up. Jay is right there around the corner. Stewie takes him down, though. No one in the site uses the 5-7 to get a frag. Can he get a secondary one? Char so low. Funshine will capitalize, gets that final frag, and Dynamo's there. So now it's going to be up to no one and Funshine in the site. Funshine does have a rifle into his hands. He's going to be 1v3 now. He does have that rifle at 100 HP. They're going to rotate away from him, except for Els, who sits there, crouches out around near the forklift, gets the finalizing frag of that round, and a 3K for himself to tie the game up 3-all.
So it was a good play by Els there at the end, but SKDC also did a great job of adjusting there. When they had the information that it was a stack on A, clearly one of the players called it out, and they were like, okay, let's just sit on mid then. Let's hope they rush us down highway, and then it'll be a couple easy frags. If not, we just go to bomb site B, and no problem. Had Els failed to get that kill there, it wouldn't have been the end of the world for SKDC. They still were in a very strong position. So that's great to see that strong communication and stuff, especially like we mentioned earlier, these these two new players on the team, looks like they're not missing a beat.
No, not at all. I mean, they're stepping in and playing very well here and effective, especially with Els shooting very good. They're taking down no one. AK headshot. That is going to open it up a little bit here. It's going to put the pressure down onto VVV, considering it's going to be a 5 versus 4 in favor of SKDC. And they're still doing this same pick and roll that they were doing before, and it's working out for them. Throwing a little noise over here at the B bomb site. That'll force 2 of the CTs directly into the bomb site, just in case it's going to be a rush in that direction. And they're biting on it very hard.
I mean, if VVV... Oh, here we go. Some exchange of fire here between Fade and Stewie at mid. Ocean comes in and he falls. Stewie finally gets the trade out kill, though. That was a good trade for them because now there's only one player left on bomb side A. It's Funshine.
The Funshine by himself. He's going to be trying to step out with the M4 in hand. Bomb and the rest of his teammates on SKDC are rotating in that direction, throwing Molotovs, trying to burn him out of the quad box, trying to flash him out. Funshine in a good position, though, to play this. Let's see if he can make it happen. Another Molotov goes down. He uses the smoke. He's got to turn to his right, though. Stays in the smoke, stays alive. They don't know where he's at now. He's able to execute out of the smoke backwards as Jay goes down. So now they have full control of the site as Funshine is able to get one. Can he get Els? Is able to get Els. Pulls out his pistol. Now it's into a 2 versus 2. 2 versus 1 as Dynamo steps up huge there. All up to Disciple. Goes around, takes down Funshine. He's looking. He knows that Dynamo's very close and gets the finalizing frag. That's a 1 versus 2 clutch for Disciple.
Disciple, what a play there. That is exactly how you want to play that. When your opponent knows you're on the quad box, you're in a very vulnerable spot because all he's got to do is play ring around the rosy with you until he catches up, takes you down, and defuses the bomb. So you want to use that that kind of panic that sets in for the CT. He knows he's got to get you. So play a little bit of rope-a-dope in there, and then once you're ready to strike, you take the initiative, you get the kill because you know exactly when you're going to peek out. So well played by Disciple.
Yeah, Disciple playing that very well. That right there is play from a seasoned player. Disciple's been around for a long time, plays very good, got a good Counter-Strike head on his shoulders, and he's showing it off right now.
So again, this pick and roll, like you mentioned, strategy. We've got armor and upgraded pistols. Armor on 2 players of VVV. I mean, they're keeping their money relatively low. Even on the eco rounds, they're spending to upgrade their pistols. They're not going to be able to buy an op a lot of rounds if they keep doing this and they keep losing over and over again and then kind of force buying. I'm glad to see that they saved, but on the other hand, I mean, 5.7s and stuff is going to cost a lot of money. Armor is going to cost a lot of money. You got to wonder if just a full save at this point might be better.
No one's going to be playing the forklift as the execute is coming from SKDC. Funshine's able to get one as Els takes down Fade, and there's Els getting himself a secondary frag and a third before he finally goes down. That's going to leave Jay by himself. 1v3 here with only a P250 in hand. Disciple will drop him out of the round, and that makes the score 3-5 in favor of SapphireKelowna.com.
Oh, SKDC is just dominating in these last 5 rounds. It's like it's a completely different game than we saw at first. Now we do have Funshine with that op in hand, though. We'll see if he manages to keep control of mid. I mean, it seems like every time he gets the op, he just underperforms with it so far this game. I expect him to do a lot better with that. And he's going to take it over to bomb site A, actually. Going to use it to hold down probably from quad box and see if he can scope out a kill over there in main.
Still getting aggressive with it. Actually, it's aggressive play at the B bomb site. Stacked into the checker room a little bit. They've boosted Jay up into the vent. Teammate is already very aggressive outside mid. One has rotated back to the A bomb site. So this is really our first real look at SKDC with guns, going against guns, trying to make their way into the B bomb site. Normally it's that pick and roll where they just wait down to about 45 seconds, 50 seconds, and then try and take the A bomb site, which has been effective so far. I mean, they have a 2-round advantage.
Oh, Jay, great positioning there from the vents. Dynamo picking up a headshot of his own. Finally, Jay falls. Dynamo almost got killed through that smoke, but he came out the victor with 2 kills. That's 3 kills on the round already for him, and now Disciple in a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, Disciple 1v3. He has the ability to do it. He's clutched before. He got the 1 versus 2 off. Flashbang comes out. Oh, Funshine on the peak, or excuse me, Fade on the peak there. Funshine was well away from that. Dynamo
so blind
gets 3.
was Disciple though there. Man, oh man, what a successful flashbang to close out the round. Disciple could have still done a lot of damage.
Yeah, definitely. It's the Disciple. I mean, we just watched him clutch a round ago. I mean,
Yeah.
he's playing lights out right now, but VVV doing all that they can to try and bring this back. They're down by 1.
Yeah, we got a force buy coming out here from SKDC. L's running out with only a Tech 9. That's definitely going to impact their ability to pull these long plays, these picks that they've been enjoying so far. So I guess this round they're going to try just I don't know what to even call it when you just rush into a bomb site like a bunch of silvers. But if they get a couple lucky entry frags, then it might work out in their favor. Unfortunately for them, VVV has 3 members guarding bomb site A, and Funshine's going to start things off with an op kill.
Oh, Funshine, nice shot there onto Ocean. Playing back near the quad. That fire is going to burn him out, though. He's got to get moving here. Drops down a smoke. Smart play by him. Able to allow himself to execute and lead for a second. But SKDC is getting big frags here. It's going to even out, though, at a 2-all. Oh, that Molotov. Oh, luckily, Els is able to get away with only 6 HP. But Dynamo's right there. He's going to see his shoulder take him down. Now it's all going to be up to Char. Eats a little bit of that Molotov as it goes away, but they're not going to think he's at quad box still. Picks up an op. Gonna be 1v2, and Dynamo, too fast from the forklift, gets 3 of those frags that round to tie it back up 5-5.
That is the second round in a row where Dynamo has gotten 3 kills. That guy is on fire, and he's brought things right back into VVV's favor. SKDC is now forced to save, so they're probably going to be on the losing side for the first time in a while this game.
Yeah.
VVV is looking to close out this round pretty solidly, I think. Given that a lot of people still do think it's a pretty CT-sided map, they probably want to get at least 9 if they can.
So round 11, Fade does open it up with a nice silenced M4 headshot onto Disciple. As Postponed had said, SKDC will be on to an eco round, and it looks like they're going to try and force their way into the B-bomb site. Bomb is there, fully committed. Jay and Dynamo are shutting it down, though. Fade will come in for the cleanup frag to end the round 11, making the score 6-5. VVV has regained the lead.
All right, so now Disciple needs to really do something to turn things around. I mean, they lost 3 rounds at the very beginning. Really unfazed, because after losing those 3 in a row, they got right back into it, got a bunch of strong kills, and there you have it. They won 5. Can they do the same here? That is the question, because we're nearing the end of the half. They want to end this strongly in their favor, especially being the less favored team going into this. They're, of course, the underdogs in this match, but no one's starting things off with a kill. Char gets the return, but Jay loves playing in those vents, and he does it so effectively. Oh, my word, Char, what a kill on a Fade at the sandbags. Evens things out to a 3-on-3.
Still going to be fighting here from the A-bomb side will be Funshine. He's got the op in his hands. He's going to see Els make the flick shot and take him down. That's going to make the score 7-5 VVV.
Wow, good thing they got Funshine there with the op over at bomb site A. He is playing lights out, and he really saved that round for them on in a 3-on-3. I mean, you had the 1 kill on the other side on bomb site B, but that didn't really matter. If they managed to take bomb site A, still with 2 players left to defend it, that's a very strong position, even in a 3v2. It would have been 2v2 had Funshine missed an op shot and fallen to his opponent. So really well done by Funshine to close out the round for his team.
And now VVV is only 1 round away here, and it looks like they're going against an ecoing SKDC once again. Oh, Jay's going to get caught completely blind there, and that's going to gain a lot of traction, especially with no one easily going down. And there goes Fade after he got a frag, so it's going to be a 2 versus 4, and SKDC has the man advantage. They haven't been able to pick up all those guns they've dropped, but they do have the 1 rifle in the hand of Els.
Oh, that fire is going to force him out. Oh, what a fire.
So now we're going to be 2 versus 1. Can Ocean hold? Not able to make it happen. Dynamo gets 2. Funshine gets the other 2. That is going to end round 13, and VVV officially win the half. The worst that could happen for them would be 8-7 with them being up 1 round.
What a scary round, though. I mean, you could tell VVV knew it was probably going to be an eco round, so they had Funshine play back, play in a more safe position. You don't want to be stuck on the quad box with an op in a Tech 9 rush situation. Because, I mean, a flashbang hits you, you're forced to fall back. You're not going to get enough shots out on time to hold back an entire team of 5 with Tech 9s. So it was well played by them, because he was able to come right back and help retake the site in an unlikely 2v3 situation, so it worked out very well for them. It was a great play, and you could tell they had good knowledge of where their opponent's economy was at.
Oh, Fade is pushed up underneath the boost, and Els is not looking in the correct direction there. Fade will easily pick up 2, as Disciple at the other side of things at the B bomb site will get a frag of his own. That's on to Jay. Now we have no one taking down Char, so it's Disciple and Ocean left alive. Disciple opens up B completely, getting 2 entries there to get Ocean rotating back towards that B bomb site. It will be a 3-man retake attempt coming from VVV.
VVV, they know that it's probably going to be at B, but they're taking their time. They want to approach it together, and they want to do so safely. That's a smart move by VVV.
Disciple still going to be playing here towards the Creeper, able to take down no one. That's going to be a 3K for him. Looking back towards Fade and gets caught out in the open, so now it's a 2 versus 1. Ocean has to hold. Oh, drops down. Funshine almost takes him out of that, so now he's got to escape back into the site. Play the angle where he can get away. The Molotov burns him out of his spot over there at Headshot. Tries to back up, thinking somebody's there at the generator. Nobody was, and that will be Fade getting a huge 4K to close that round out. Round 14 will make the score 9-5 VVV.
What a good round for Fade, and I especially like the ballsy move there at the end, running through that fire. He had very little HP left. And you could tell Ocean figured, okay, I'm going to throw a Molotov down here, then I can focus on the other side for a second. So Ocean, you know, you could tell what was going through his head, and it made a lot of sense, especially because he probably knew that Fade was relatively low health. Fade didn't care. He rushed right in, got the headshot, somehow managed to survive and defuse the bomb. 4 kills in the round for him, and he did it with style.
So final round of the half here. VVV has taken control of it. The best SKDC could hope for at this point would be a 9-6. VVV, though, looking poised to try and make this a 10-5 half. And for a second there, it was looking pretty deadly in favor of SKDC. They were looking really tight and on point. And ever since their fifth round they've collected, they haven't been able to get another one. And VVV has just been on the win out.
Oh, but Char and Els, they want to close out the half. In their favor. 9-6 would not be a bad half at all, and the round is in their advantage here as they make for bomb site A from both middle and A. No one is in a tough position here. He's completely surrounded. He needs a frag, but Char gets him. What a headshot. How did he even see his head there?
So Dynamo's going to be by himself here, trying to get into a gunfight with Disciple. Can he take him down? Brings him down very low, 6 HP, but Disciple eventually wins out that battle. That makes the score 9-6 in favor of VVV. But as I said, SKDC won 5 rounds, and then after that, they dropped every round until the final round of the half there. And it was really looking like VVV had pulled the correct number there, and they had the card for SKDC and were just dominating.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's very, very important here that SKDC won that last round. They needed to show that they were still in the game going into the second half. Now, I mean, we talked a bit earlier about how terrorist side is it can be a lot harder when you're a team that doesn't have a lot of chemistry because you haven't practiced strategies for taking a bomb site together. Sure, you probably all know the smokes, the correct Molotovs and flashes to throw, just from pugging and whatnot randomly, but you don't have the timing right because you haven't played together enough. Now, once you get on the CT side, it's a lot more individual skill driven for these players. Sure, you still have to have the good communication for the rotates. It's a pretty long rotate on this map, but if SKDC can manage to land their kills and stay alive at the bomb sites in time for their team to rotate in, that's really all they need to do. They just gotta get kills here. They gotta get good headshots and play the solid aim game and win the 1 versus 1 battles. So that's what SKDC is looking to do, and frankly, I have a lot of confidence that they can do it, especially with the way key players like Disciple and Els have been playing.
Yeah, they've been playing extremely well. I mean, they stepped in. That was the big question going into this, was how well will these step-ins do for SKDC? And I'm going to be honest, not bad at all. And I mean, the rest of the team has really stepped up also. I mean, you always expect Char to do pretty good. Same with Els. Ocean is always pretty steady, consistent there.
Ocean has 4 kills. He's looking to do a lot better in this half.
Hey, he's steady, consistent here. He may not be the biggest fragger, but he can make some moves when he needs to.
Well, he needs to now in this round, the piston round, and VVV now gets control of the bomb site.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is looking like a mirror image of the pistol round from last time, where VVV might be able to control this pretty handily. Let's see if they can keep the frags going. No, Ocean is able to step up, get a frag. Dynamo still trying to fight, though. No one in the site is able to get a frag. Jay is left alive. There's no one able to get another one. Now it's all up to Stewie. No one's got himself 3, and the fight continues, and Stewie looked like he was lagging horribly bad right there, but no one gets a 4K, making the score 10-6.
Like you said, there was kind of a mirror image of the first round that we saw when VVV had that strategy. Give it up to the other team, give it up to the terrorists, and then just try to retake it together all as one. Unfortunately, the mirror image that we saw was like that evil mirror from Sleeping Beauty, and it was like, you know, who's the fairest team of them all? And the mirror is just like, VVV, quack.
Stepping into this eco round, or anti-eco round now. No one is able to get himself a nice frag there onto Disciple. Interesting, no one went straight for the AK head armor by this time. Jay went for the Galil head armor. The rest of his teammate going with, we got dueling MAC-10s there, and then an MP in the hands of Fade. Let's see if they can make something happen here, as they are terrorists. They've already opened the round up by removing Disciple, getting a little too aggressive for his own good.
Yeah, now slowing it down, and that's a smart move because you really want to get that information. If somebody's trying to make an aggressive move, then you don't want to be caught by surprise, which is exactly what Al's managed to do at mid. And here comes the A-Take.
A-Take is on. They take down Stewie. Now it's all going to be up to the player at the forklift. Steps through the smoke right there. Gets the flank off on no one, and he can't turn around quick enough. Almost got taken down, so Els will be the last man standing. 1 versus 3 situation. He's going to step up through the smoke, takes Jay down easily, low HP. Still continuing to try and gunfight here. He's only got a 5.7 in hand. Actually, he has a MAC-10. I don't know if he knows. It doesn't matter, though. Fade will step out from the quad box, easily getting the headshot onto him, making the score 11-6.
Yeah, I mean, when you invest that much into a second round, as most teams have been doing lately, I've noticed, I mean, the second round eco is essentially dead at this point. Yeah. Almost all teams are going to buy head armor and a 5.7 the second round. But it really didn't work out in their favor, and that really hurts you going to the third round. You're probably not going to be able to afford an op in the fourth round if you upgrade your pistols, especially. You can see they didn't do that here, but they got to land some kills here. They got to do some economic damage.
Definitely. So into round 18, VVV has taken control, even though they dropped the final round, round 15 of first half there. They got a pistol once again, and it looks like they're well on their way here with the gun advantage to be able to take another anti-eco round. Getting aggressive into B, only one player there defending. That's going to be Ocean. Jay will take him down with the Rec 9, and now here comes the rotate. Oh, Stewie's going to get caught right here. Fade is completely ready for it. Yep, gets the headshot off. So now Char and Disciple are left alive. Both of them have rotated all the way around to the B-bomb side. Disciple coming from CT side. Char gets spotted out outside of B, terrorist side of that bomb site. And there goes Char, so now it's all up to Disciple. At this point, he's not going to go for it. He's hoping they're all exiting in that direction. Maybe get a frag on the exit. Can he take down Funshine? No. The MAC-10 will prevail from Funshine, getting 2 frags that round, making the score 12-6.
2 players were at 4 HP at the end of that round. On VVV, so they got very lucky that they managed to live because they obviously have the economic advantage here of not having to rebuy their armor. That is a huge savings, and it really would have helped SKDC, especially on a non-upgraded pistol round, to be able to get those 2 kills. But it's really tough to do with the USP. You can see Ocean had a really nice dink on Jay as he entered the bomb site, but it's just not enough with the USP against a head-armored opponent.
But into the first full buy round of second half here, SKDC is going to be trying to get these rifles into their hands, trying to steal the momentum back from VVV, because at this point, with VVV able to grab a 13th round off of this one, if they're able to grab that, I mean, SKDC's forced into a situation. Do we want to save immediately, allow them to fight easily into a 14th? Oh, Fade! Oh my goodness, if you are Ocean, you are so angry right now for standing in that spot, and Fade is still working it. He is working it, and he's going to bail backwards now. And it looks like they might try and... Bomb's actually working up through A main. So they're going to probably split this in A main.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not stand open to spots that are likely to be spammed through. I mean, you got that door. It's the same thing with the smoke. A lot of newer players make that mistake. They'll stand outside of smoke thinking they're not going to shoot me through this smoke. They can't see me. Well, I mean, they're going to spam it, and they're probably going to get the kill. Like L's there, but no one answering back with a headshot on him. Makes it 4-on-3, but no one, only with 1 HP left.
Well, gonna try to defend. The bomb site will be Stewie by himself. It's gonna be a 1 versus 4 in the B bomb site. Able to take down 2 right off the bat. Can he get Funshine? No, the op is a little too fast. Disciple right above the head of Funshine. Let's see if Dynamo makes this peak in time. No, Disciple pulls the spray over with a silenced M4 to get himself 2, and both kills from the end of the round. Oh, he's trying to grab the op. Couldn't get it, though. But huge come up there for SKDC.
Yeah, Disciple, that was amazing the way he was able to shift his aim from one guy to the other on the opposite sides of that bomb site. It's so hard to do. I mean, of course, these players are playing, generally speaking, with relatively low sensitivity. So to be able to get your crosshairs from one side to the other in a flick shot that fast by Disciple, that all comes down to experience and just muscle memory at that point. It was just exceptional aim for those last 2 kills to be able to close out the round. And SKDC finally gets a round on the board in the half. It's now 3-1 in this half, giving VVV only 4 round wins away from the victory on this map. Remember, this map pick was SKDC, so once we go to Inferno, things probably aren't going to be improving for them.
Yeah, Inferno is definitely going to favor VVV here. Me and you talked about it at the beginning of this match. I thought anyways, I didn't think SKDC would be able to win this, but I figured if they were going to be able to at least fight for the tie, they could take this map, because I definitely think VVV should run away with it on Inferno.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, they're going to be starting on T side, of course, because SapphireKelowna.com is going to have the choice of sides in that. But, I mean, VVV has had such a strong T side on this map so far that you have to wonder if that even really matters.
Yeah, they're doing great right now. I mean, SKDC relying on Disciple a little hard that round. I mean, he came up with a huge 2K there at the end of that, given it was going to be a 2-on-2 battle, but Disciple stepped in, pulled the spray down, and made it work for him to get SKDC on the board in second half.
Disciple now spraying that door. He doesn't want to make the same mistake that Ocean made last round, but here comes the bomb side A rush.
Looks like they're going to get aggressive and try and make their way in. They got smokes down. Dynamo gets burned out right there by that flashbang. Oh, Fade is going to be fighting, and Jay uses the Rec 9 to get a frag. That's going to be a 3-on-3. Fade is able to get another one. Can Jay step out with the Rec 9 once again? No, Char takes him down. So we're into a 1v2 in favor of no one. Ooh, now it's going to be a 1 versus 1. Char down low, 21 HP. Not looking in the direction of no one. No one's going to catch him from the side, and he's able to, but Fade with a huge 3K entering the A bomb site to get his team in there and force that 1 versus 1 scenario.
I mean, these rounds are coming to these 1v1s or 2v2s. They're very close rounds a lot of the time, but that actually, I mean, that might sound like okay news for SKDC, but it hurts them more than it hurts VVV because, of course, it is a lot more expensive to get a full buy at CT, and that's why you see so many save rounds coming out from them. Now they've reset their loser bonus because they lost 3 in a row, but they won 1. Now they're back on the losing side, so they're not even getting additional money for losing rounds. And so it becomes even more difficult for them to pick up a win here. They'll probably lose this one, given it's an eco round. That brings it to 14-7. Only 2 more rounds left for VVV.
Yeah, so 21 in the 21st round here. No one in Fade, both open. Get a few nice frags, but Stewie with the silenced USP evens it right back out, though, and that's going to be guns into the hands of SKDC if they can grab them. What, I thought they had a rifle right there. I don't know what happened to it. Must have been switching pistols. Doesn't matter. Ocean is able to take down Funshine. Bomb planted in B. It's going to be a 3-man retake attempt here. 2-man now, possibly going to go down to a 1 if Disciple falls, and he does. Now it's Fade at 30 HP versus Ocean at 6. Ocean's just going to go full tilt into the bomb site, and Fade was ready for it. Huge 4K again coming from the VVV side of things, and Fade, man, he's playing lights out at the moment.
Yeah, 8 kills in 2 rounds. And, I mean, both of these rounds were so close that if he had just gotten 1 kill fewer, that would have been it. SKDC would have won the last 2. And the score right now would be 12-9, a very doable situation for SKDC. So really, what we're seeing here on VVV, all of these players are playing exceptionally. And that's what we're used to watching on VVV. Yeah. But it's all in independent rounds where each one is really stepping up and doing what they need to do to win the round for the team in a high-pressure situation. And that's especially good news for them. Ooh. Good trade out there by Fade at middle.
Yeah, Char got a little aggressive there after VVV was just going to try and waterfall their way down. He got that opening frag, but quickly got traded out. But that removes Dynamo from the round. That's going to make it a 4-on-4. And SKDC does not want to drop this round at all. That's going to put VVV at match point, and it's not in the place they would like to be.
Yeah, no, obviously they need to do something here. They need to definitely. I mean, they can't just rely on Disciple to get all the kills. Now Char is already gone. Some of these players that have been doing not so good need to really step up now. They need to just sit up in their chair, and there you have it, Stewie getting one. But again, traded out by Funshine. These trade-outs are coming instantaneously from VVV.
Yeah, that's exactly what they need to be doing. If they're not able to get the openers, they need to be able to get the trade-down frags. No one finally takes down Ocean after Ocean took down Jay, and of course that was a trade-out coming from Jay. And ooh, are you getting the lag too here on Disciple? Or is that just me?
I think that's just you, Misled. Disciple coming into the
love it.
bomb site, looking smooth as butter to me, and oh, so close, but Funshine gets the better of him. Yet again, Funshine doing what it takes at the end of the round to close it out for his team. These high-pressure situations, VVV just does not care. They play at the top of their form, and now it is match point. And SKDC can't even really afford to buy anything.
Yeah, it's going to be a buyout coming from SKDC. They don't have a choice at this point. They want to fight for the win, because if VVV takes this game, the best they can do is hope for a tie or a loss, because it is the best of 2 series coming in CEVO this season, which means it's 2 games played. If you want to win, get that W on your side of the column, you have to win both of the maps. If one team wins map 1, the other team wins map number 2, that's a tie. And otherwise, you get 2 points for a win, 1 point for the tie, and 0 points for the loss. So when we get to the end of the season, whoever has the highest score, of course, is going to be your regular season winner, and that will determine what teams make it into the playoffs and eventually their spot at the CEVO LAN Season 7 Finals at the MLG Arena in Columbus, Ohio in July.
That was a mouthful. And meanwhile, Els and Disciple keeping their teams in the game. Unbelievable frags on opposite sides of the map. The bomb is down at T-side mid. They're going to go back and grab that, but Fade is very low health. It's going to come down a lot to Funshine here, but Fade and Funshine, it seems like, have been the 2 players at the end of the round that are somehow able to pull out a victory even when they're outnumbered. So I put even odds on this round here. SKDC, though, feeling the pressure. They know this game is almost over. They got to win.
Yeah, I mean, Disciple is up. That's always going to be deadly here. Let's see what Disciple can do. Bomb and his teammate Fade and Funshine rotating over towards the B-bomb site. Let's see if they spot out the extreme. Oh, no, he's going to rotate away. He's going to allow them to walk in before he can get up top. That smoke goes down. Now they know for sure at least 1 player's at B. Bomb plant noise incoming. L's going to make the call. They're going to try and rotate over. It will be a 3-man retake attempt as the bomb goes down in that B-bomb site. Funshine down to 68 HP. Oh, that could have been rough.
Yeah,
that could have been really bad. Els drops down to the site, and Funshine picks up one also. Now it's all to Ocean, goes through the smoke, and he is mopped up. That retake completely foiled there by Fade and Funshine, and Fade dropping 30, Funshine 10 frags behind him with 20. Same with no one at 20, and they were playing lights out that game.
I mean, they had a lot of time left on that bomb defusal. So the fact that he had Els drop down from heaven so fast, that smoke was still blocking off 2 of his teammates. So they had to rush out through the smoke in order to not completely waste Els sacrificing himself. But it was poor communication there, man. And that comes down to, again, what we keep talking about, SKDC playing with 2 new players. They just don't have the communication down well enough to compete against a team like VVV, they've been playing together a long time. They have a lot of fans. They're exceptional players, and they play very well together.
Yeah. I mean, some of these guys, I see people talking about it in chat. I mean, the names like Funshine, Disciple, these guys have been around for a long time, and they know them. And Funshine is really starting to turn it on here. I remember when we watched him initially in the pro placement tournament, I was looking for the op to come out in his hands, and it came out in a big way in the pro placement tournament. We didn't really see it all too much in map number 1. We saw him use it, but not to any crazy
Just wasn't
excellent
feeling it tonight,
shots.
I guess.
Yeah. Going back to the rifle. Plus, the rounds that they were winning were relatively close, so they had to do a lot of rebinds in there.
Exactly.
So their economy wasn't exactly the most stacked. And I mean, SKDC went on what, a 5 unanswered round run in the in first half, anyways.
SKDC did a good job on their eco rounds, and they had a lot of them, so it was important. But they were getting a lot of frags on eco rounds. You know, I noticed that one eco round, Disciple was the last one in a 1-versus-1 situation. He ended up going down, and they didn't win the round. But I mean, it was so close to winning, and they did that so many times that you wish. Like, you wonder, what if in like a parallel universe where one bullet flies off into nowhere and that enables Disciple to get the kill, for example. Yeah. Could things have turned out differently in that game? I think they definitely could have. So I think SKDC played really strong, but I don't know. This is, of course, going into VVV's map pick now, Inferno, and VVV is strong on this map. So this is going to be a really difficult one to win.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be a tough look here for SKDC to try and bring this home. I mean, for me, it was a lot tougher before we watched them play on Cash. Their teamwork is looking pretty dialed in, especially considering the fact that those two stand-ins are there.
Yeah.
So they're looking pretty decent here, but VVV look like they were really hitting their stride at the end of that. Their shot was coming on very strong. They were rotating effectively. They know their counter flashbangs and smokes. So, man, it's going to be tough for SKDC to come back and get the tie off this map.